What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with an update video on the update. An update of the update. We've all had it for a week now. We've all got a chance to play it, get our hands on it, and get to know what it's all about and form our own opinion. So I'm going to give you mine. What's changed? I gave you my initial reaction video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I apologize for the sound quality on that one. Mike was going through the wrong source, but it happens. But that was my initial reaction. Now that I've had a week of playing the update, what has changed? And I want to know what's changed from you guys, if anything. And I don't want to rehash what I talked about because a lot of what I said in that video, I still feel the same way about my disappointment in what could have been. So I'm going to try to avoid that and talk more about the actual, how I feel about it today. So what we've got here is pretty interesting. And I want to start with saying that there's some good things about this update. There's some things I enjoy about it, and there's some things I don't. But as I've mentioned in my past videos, it's just human nature. I'm not going to make a 10-minute video, 15-minute video, sitting here praising the update, talking about all the good things that there are about it, because there are some. It's human nature to try to critique things to make them better. And it's not whining or griping or complaining. It's trying to talk to you guys, gather your information, tell you what I think, ideas, and also, feed that to Supercell and say, here's some ideas, here's ways you can make this even better. So that's where this comes from. I know a lot of people say, oh, you just complain, you just blah, 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 but it's not like that. It really is from a place of trying to make the game as good as it can be and do everything I can to help for that. So here we go. When you have a competitive game like this, head to head, one-on-one, real time, all that stuff that this thing has, being in a fair matchup is extremely important. And this goes for a lot of what Supercell has done in the past, and they really seem to struggle with this. And it's one of two things. They either don't learn their lessons from the past, or they simply like the way they do it because it generates them more revenue. And I don't begrudge Supercell making money. They're a business. They got into this to make money, and they're very good at that. But when it comes to a gamer's, not from a business side of it, from me, the gamer, the consumer side of it, matchmaking is what determines the experience of that game when it's a competitive game. If it's not a competitive game, the matchmaking means nothing. But what they've done is put in here a very competitive aspect. I mean, it's 1v1. You lose, you get nothing. It's that it gives you that feeling, that emotion that we all like and enjoy, at least as competitive players do. And this game gives me the exact same feeling that Clash Royale gave me when I played it. And I don't mean that in a good way. I really don't. It's that frustration. It's that way it's set up that you're automatically, as you progress, as you get good, let's say you're a good player, you're good at the game, as you climb their beloved trophy ladder, you're going to start getting matched up with builder halls that are above you. If you're a builder hall 3, you're going to start getting builder hall 4s, and you're going to get them pretty consistently once you get up around 15 to 1600 trophies. And that's a very frustrating thing because it's not a slight advantage for the builder hall 4. It is a drastic advantage. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. It's not quote-unquote competition at that point. It really isn't. It's the luck of the draw. Do I get a chance? Do I have a chance to get a Builder Hall 3 and actually succeed? Or am I going to be just smashing my iPad because it's the 6th, Builder Hall 4 in a row that I've gotten, and I literally have no chance to win. Now, I know I can already read you guys' comments. Oh, I beat a Builder Hall 4. I have too. But they're terrible. They're not good players, and that's not the competition that we're all striving for. We want to go up against good players. I want to go up against the best Builder Hall 3s in the game right now. I would love to have that opportunity. But the bottom line is that's 1,000,000 to 1 shot to really get those top level lower builder hall matchups. It's not going to happen. As you climb the ranks, it's a numbers game. There's simply more the higher builder halls at that rank, so that's what they're going to match you with because their algorithm matches you based on your trophy range. And I've had people tell me, oh, no, it doesn't because you're going to get matched up with your builder hall. I don't believe it. It's not the way it is in the original game. Your town hall has very little to do, and I say that. It does have a little bit of influence. But The bottom line is there's millions and millions of people playing this new game mode right now. They're all playing it. They're all hitting the button 24/7. All Supercell has to do is put the algorithm to match you with your equal builder haul. And especially when you've got such a stark difference, again, between say Builder Hall 3 and Builder Hall 4 and Builder Hall 4 and Builder Hall 5. It's not a small difference, it's a drastic difference. More defenses, more troops, extra army camps with more troop capacity, on and on and on, more traps. Everything that could possibly make the difference in an attack is there from one builder hall to the next. So there is literally no excuse for matching one builder hall with another. It should never happen. And in my opinion, there's only one reason. Well, there's two reasons to do it, and it's one of the two. I think it's the later. But let's go first. First, they don't understand competition. They don't understand that what we want as competitive gamers, and you can say this about any competitive game, whether it be a first-person shooter or Vainglory or Clash of Clans or on and on and on. Any competitive game where you're matching yourself against another person, whether it be real-time PvP like Vainglory, or whether it be not real-time like Clash of Clans, where I build my base, I design it, and I walk away, and you're competing against me trying to take my base down. It's still, it's the same thing. What we want is an even matchup. I don't want an unfair advantage, and I don't want to be at an unfair disadvantage. I want it to be even to where skill truly shines and skilled players rise to the top. That's what we all strive for. You look at the tournament they did in Finland. They gave all of them max troops. How entertaining would it have been if they gave Itsu a base hall builder 4 base and Chief Pat a builder hall 5 base? It wouldn't have been entertaining at all, because no one wants to see that. No one wants to play that either. But yet they put us in this game and say, here you go. As you climb up, guess what? You're going to be matched up with someone that has an unfair advantage. But the second reason they might not do it, if they do understand it, and they do understand that's what we want as gamers, then there's only one other logical explanation, and that is they do it to give us that feeling of, oh, I need to spend a few gems so I can get that next army camp, I can get that next defense, and I can compete and win and have fun. And guess what? You do get that short-term instant gratification when you drop those gems. You get that burst of power, and you start winning again, and it's fun and it's exciting. Oh, but guess what? Right as you climb up to the next sort of tier in trophies, oh, now I'm running into Builder Hall 5s, and it's rinse and repeat. And it's just so frustrating as a gamer, as a customer of theirs, that's the way they have the system set up. It's never about spending gems to get something that looks cool, or that makes you just enjoy your gaming experience more. It's always about that advantage. It's spend gems to get the advantage, to win, to have fun, because no one wants to lose over and over and over and over. It's just it's not enjoyable. I don't have to win every time, but I also don't want to lose every time. And as you climb the ranks, that's what's going to happen. You're going to start running to these bases that have this unfair advantage, and you're going to lose, and it's very frustrating. At least for me, I get that's that feeling that Clash Royale gave me, and it's that feeling that this new game mode gives me. Now, I am having some fun with this, although in any type of long extended session, I get that feeling and I put it down and I walk away. I mean, I don't play Clash Royale because of that. I don't enjoy it. It makes me angry. It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't give me enjoyment. It makes me angry. So I don't want to play a game that does that. So that's sort of what happens with this. But I am looking forward to the day, and I don't know how long it'll be, because here we are a week out and I'm almost a max Builder Hall 3. So that's not bad. Builder Hall 5's the max. I think it'll take several months to max it out if you're making sure you're getting your loot each day, things like that. I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the day when I can hit the attack button and know that no one has an advantage. I don't have an advantage, and whoever I'm matching against doesn't have an advantage. We all have the same access to the same troops, the troop levels, the defenses, the defense levels. We're all there. And then true competition is all of a sudden a thing. Because until you get to that point, true competition is not in this game mode. It doesn't exist. And that's why, again, you saw that tournament where they gave those guys max everything, because they wanted it to be a true competition to see who was the best. And oh, by the way, what do you know? Shocker, a true legit war guy wins the thing. I mean, I think at this point the debate of where the best attackers in the world are, and base builders for that matter, has been settled long ago. They're in the war community. So I think Supercell realizes that. But anyways, that's a side note. So I am looking forward to that. I want to get to that point, but I'm just having to bite my tongue and just sort of swallow that jagged pill on the way to it. It's like they released this game and said, here, uh, you know, you don't get to just enjoy it right away. You've got to earn your enjoyment, and that's a frustrating comment. I was watching Powerbang streaming some of the end of the Clash Cup tournament, and he was talking about it, and he even said himself. He said, I wasn't really enjoying Builder Hall 3 and 4 because I kept running into Builder Hall 4s and 5s, so I went ahead and gemmed it up and maxed out to where I could enjoy it. Well, that's how I feel. I think that's how a lot of people feel at this point. But yeah, we don't want to drop 3, 4, 500 bucks, whatever it is. I have no idea what it is to get to that point. I thought about it today, and I sort of had a flashback to games in the past, and before the quote unquote free to play model was introduced. When you bought a game, usually it was 50 or 60 bucks, and when you bought that game, you had every feature that game had. It was all unlocked to you. You might have to progress to get it, but there was no more spending money. You bought the game, you gave that game company your money, and they gave you a gaming experience. Some were good, some were bad. But if Supercell released this game today and said, "Hey guys, I got this awesome new game for you. It's competition, it's fun," and it would be. Let's pretend that when they put the game out, everyone had the max troops and everyone had equal footing, and it was just about true competition, and it was fun, which I really think it will be at that point. I really do. Because it's neat. There's a lot of neat things in this. The different way that the troops are sort of have the spells built in, the different defenses, the base layout, sort of trying to trick the opponent. All that's fun stuff. It's fun to watch someone attack your base and do exactly what you were hoping you would bait them into doing. That's fun stuff for everybody. It's that frustration of, oh man, that guy just set me up. He just, I've done that on an even matchup, a Builder Hall 3, and I thought, okay, I got this base figured out, and I attack it, and oh, what do you know? It's exactly what he wanted me to do, and he smashes me. That's still fun. But what if Supercell released this game and said, okay, guys, we got this awesome game, and here's what it's going to be, and everything's unlocked to you. You don't have to do anything. Just play it and enjoy it, and it's $500. That's the cost of the game. I wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't buy it. Nobody would buy it. But in essence, that's kind of what they've done. They've said, here's this game, and at the end of the rainbow, it's going to be really fun. It's really awesome, and maybe even the balance is there, and it's that puzzle, breaking down that base, that puzzle, and giving you the different troops to do it. But, oh, you have to go through Builder Hall 2 and 3 and 4 to get there. And along the way, that's not going to be so much fun because the matchups are going to be uneven. You don't have the troops you need to really break down a base. There's not, you're missing pieces of the puzzle that you can use to tackle it. So you can spend the money. You can play it today, or you can take 6 months of grinding and you can get there and play it then. And if you look at it in those terms, it's pretty frustrating. And some people are loving it. Some people are loving it right now at Builder Hall 3, and they get matched up with the Builder Hall 4, and they just let it roll off their back, and they're like, okay, that sucked, and they move on. I guess I'm too competitive, and it frustrates me, and I get angry, and I shouldn't. I get salty. You guys are gonna. I can hear the comments. Jake's, salty Jake, and it happens. But what am I to do? What am I to do? I don't know what to say besides I feel like it's not true competition, and I don't think any of Supercell games ever hit the mark on true competition. And I think it's either because they don't fully understand what we want in a competitive game, or they just value the money over the player experience. Either one of them are not good. So that's sort of how I'm feeling about it right now. I am playing it. It's got rays of hope for me, but I do feel like it's completely worthless until you get to that max point. Until when you hit the button, no one has an unfair advantage or disadvantage. You're going to be towards the top of the trophies. And those guys that have spent that money are probably having a really good time with the game. In fact, I know a lot of people that that are enjoying it. I just choose not to. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on a game. I don't, even especially one that I don't know that I'll love even when I get there. I think I'm going to like it. I think it's going to be fun, but who knows? And so I'm not going to drop several $100s to experience it and then be like, oh, well, maybe I didn't. This is not as I thought it would be. I hope that makes sense. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I've had so many mixed reviews. Other people say I actually love it. I love this update. It's the best thing that's ever happened. And some people that say I won't even play it. I hate it. It's not an update. It's just a new game inside of a game. I see both sides. I land somewhere in the middle. I am sort of frustrated with it. Again, it gives me that Clash Royale feeling that I don't enjoy. But then I look at the end game, the end of the rainbow, and I think, man, this could be really fun once I get there. But then I turn around and get frustrated because I have to do so much to get there. So I don't know. We'll see. This is where I'm at a week out. Good things and bad things about the update. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Are you liking it? Are you playing it? I know a lot of guys from OneHive. I'm showing some replays in the background. They're playing it. I'm playing it. Not a lot. I'm just sort of getting my loot each day. But it is what it is. Until next time, guys, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.